Hello YouTubers. Today I'm going to be explaining how to grease your zerks, which you may have seen in your maintenance manual on any kind of modern four-wheeler. Today we're going to specifically be talking about the 2014 Polaris 570 EFI. This one has 9 zerks in all, but your specific machine may or may not have more or less zerks on it somewhere. But you'll have to look in your maintenance manual and see specifically where they are. So I'll show you where these are and show you how to get to them and what you need. Alright, specifically the supplies you'll need are a rag, moderately clean. You want to have a good quality grease. This one is boat and trailer marine equipment grease. The reason why it's good to use a grease like this is because it handles extreme pressures for trailer bearings and that such a thing. Also, it handles water washout, as well as if you've got in any salt water, God forbid, it handles those items really well too. The other thing you're going to need is a standard grease gun. These are available as well with the grease next to each other at any auto parts supply store or Walmart, where this one came from. Alright, quick rundown of how to load a grease gun for those of you who may not know. You want to pull your plunger all the way out. Little kind of cock to the side a little bit. Then you want to unscrew this, take it off. Take your cap, you want the black cap off of the grease, leaving this cap. Load this right down in there. Then you want to pop this cap off like a Coke. Throw that over to the side. You want to screw this back on there. Nice and tight. Then just hold your plunger. Push the release button, and this will begin to sink into the grease, allowing your pressure to build up, and you're ready to go. Alright, quick rundown of the 9 zerks that are on this particular model. You got one right down there on the A arm of the front. Same thing on the other side. And you've got one here, one back here, one here, and then same thing on the other side. Then for your 9th zerk, may be hard to see, but it's going to be on the drive shaft down in there, right behind the motor. You'll see it, it's the only shiny thing in the center of the view, specifically right there. Kind of hard to see on the video, but that one actually spins around with the shaft, so if you can't get to it, just put the machine in neutral, roll it a little bit, and it'll spin around so that you can get to it. You want it on the top side. Alright, you always want to grease your zerks when you get back from any ride, especially if you've ridden through rivers and creeks and sand and mud and that kind of thing, because you want to keep the the contaminants and as well as the water out of all your pivot points. You know, that's what these zerks are for. Load it full of grease, and then you know, so the contaminants can't penetrate into it and cause rust inside of all your pivot points, and then break down. So you want to have, see your zerk here, see it's got a little bit of stuff on it. You just want to take your rag, wipe that off so that it's clean. You should be able to see the little shiny spring bearing there in the middle of it. Just take your grease gun here, pop it on top of there. You'll hear it click, and then you just take your lever and give a squeeze. Should see the grease actually come out the sides of the ends. See that? I don't know if you can see that. So, and as soon as you get that, just pop that off of there by pulling straight out. Okay, this is a properly greased zerk. You'll see as the grease is actually coming out the end there. You can wipe that off if you're a little more picky, or not. Alright, I'm going to grease this zerk on the front A-arm. Sometimes you can actually see water expel from each end. That's especially when these are new and haven't been packed correctly, which means they aren't full and they aren't protecting against the water entry and contaminants entry. So what you'll do is you'll take your end of the nozzle here, just stick this on. You'll hear it click, as you may have heard. And you'll watch the end down there, right in the center of the frame, where that post ends. You'll just give it a couple of squeezes here, and you actually see the grease come out the end there. I don't know if you can see that. Right there in the frame. So you can leave it or wipe it off, however picky you are about keeping your machine clean, but you do want to make sure that it is done. Just pull your hose off when you're done and move on to the next zerk until you're all done with all 9 of them, or 16 or 20, however many your machine has. Alright, thank you. Hello YouTubers. Today I'm going to be explaining Hello YouTubers. Today I'm going to be explaining how to do Hello YouTubers. Today I'm going to be explaining how to grease your zerks on your four-wheeler. Alright, supplies you'll need. You'll need a rag. Alright, quick rundown of supplies you'll need today. Gonna need a rag. Why is this so funny?